Hey Libra, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing your love and separation read for the month of January. My apologies for the lateness. There's been a lot going on in the world this week, so never-ending story popped out. But just remember to continue to do your cleansing rituals, keep your vibration raised very high. Empaths try to observe and not absorb. Easier said than done. But let's just try to keep our vibration raised this week because, you know, as I've always said, people try to create the illusion of deficit, okay? In order for you to make choices based on a place of desperation and fear instead of in a place of empowerment. So just remember, you're not defeated and you will be able to make better choices if you keep your rituals and you keep your vibration raised and you keep your environment secure, okay, of negative energy. So, another announcement for those of you who follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I don't have a huge following, okay, but for those of you looking for me there will be no more videos posted to those platforms. I've deactivated my accounts on those platforms because I do not condone censorship. So, Libra, let's see what we have going for you this week, this month in love. No place like home. Excellent. So, new life. Some of you could be having a new path, sudden changes that bring about a new path. Some of you are realizing that maybe you belong elsewhere rather than where you are. So let's get some cards on it, see what they have to say. Cycling up something, closing out a cycle on something, moving forward. Some of you could be getting your dream job, it looks like. Learning a new skill. Some of you could be moving, okay? Moving together or moving, okay? That's good. Communication about happiness and love and what you want, the dream. Some of you want the dream, and that's a beautiful thing. So, anyway, let's get to it. Libra, you have something to say regarding love and regarding happiness. Here we go. And moving forward. So Libra, there could be conversation between you and your partner about moving forward, getting married, commitment, things like that. So let's see what's going on with your partner, Libra. January 30th, we're going to be going into another Mercury retrograde. All right, Libra, your partner's coming out of a period of time of loss of relationship. They haven't really talked a lot about this, and it seems to me over here with these cards, Libra, you're not maybe quite sure about where your partner stands. You know that they were lamenting over something. This could have been between you. It could have been a previous relationship. But you know that they are lamenting over something, okay, grieving something. And they've been sort of keeping it to themselves, right? And you're not sure that they're going to come forward with this commitment, but they most definitely will be coming forward with their cup of love. So let's see. Move all this out of the way. Let me see, Libra, what's going on with you? Libra, you want commitment. So far, you're dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Pisces, Scorpio specific. So, you want commitment, Libra. That's where you stand. And you are going to stand by that value system. You're going to stand by that belief that you want commitment in relationship. And you're going to get it. So what you've said here is, like I said, sudden change, new path. You're going to be holding on to something, okay, but you're also sort of walking away from it because it's not serving you. And this time, okay, we had the gateway to release. We had the Cancer moon to release. We've had the conjunction to open our eyes to things that no longer serve us, right? So now's the time to be laying those boundaries down and to be saying, you know what, this is what I value for my life. This is what I want for my life. And even though I may want you to fit into that, you may not, because you're not standing on the same page that I am, right? Exactly to mean that I'm not going to be in a willy-nilly relationship with you. I desire commitment. And so that's kind of the boundary I think you may have laid down here. But let's see what's going on with your partner and their blocks. Your partner's attempting to lay down conflict in the relationship, conflict in the idea of relationship, and heal. So the block for your partner is letting go and turning loose of an old idea born out of a place of trauma, right? Because something in a previous relationship did not go. So they're trying to lay that down and apply new ideas to a new situation, right? So let's see what's going on with you and your blocks. King and Queen of Coins. So yes, you desire to be a married couple or a committed partnership. And you didn't get the commitment, so you're trying to put past heartbreak. You're trying to have the courage to lay down the boundary and say, you know what? I love you, but I deserve better and I wish for better for myself. So I'm going to have to let you go. And that's what you're kind of getting to a point. You're trying to work up the courage, okay? So let's see what's going on in between you and your lover. But remember, your lover, they're coming to their senses, okay? It doesn't mean halt your progress. It just means they're going to be coming back around. There's not a lot of victorious talk of truth. There's no communication here. There's ideas of defensiveness. Somebody wants to put defensiveness down, okay? Somebody wants to quit sulking over here about something that didn't go right. So basically what you have is you have a partner, right, who's not embracing change. And, you know, like I've said all the time, when you don't embrace that, you block your own blessings, you block your own progress. And also, if you keep holding on to something that does not forward you, does not serve you, then you're going to get dragged. Okay? So let go or get dragged. And that's kind of what's happening here. Your partner is sort of trying to get to that place. So let's see how they feel about you. Have a lot of earth energy and Leo. They kind of feel like, Libra, your words have been sort of harsh and that you've made a finite decision. And they don't feel like that this decision is based on logic. They feel like the decision that you've made to put a boundary down and say, hey, you know what? This is what I want. If you want to come with me in this, that'd be great. But otherwise, I've got to move on. You know, and sometimes when you give someone an ultimatum, you have to be prepared to lose, okay? It's just human nature, right? And so if you're going to present this idea, or you have presented this idea, it needs to come from a place of empowerment. It needs to come from a place of, well, I'm prepared, okay, for you to not make the decision that I hope that you will make. And I've made provisions to reflect that, right? It's okay. I have prepared. And so they think that you are just making this decision willy-nilly, right? And that you've not put a lot of thought and logic into the situation. So basically you have a partner who's going to try to go in this way. They're going to try to convince you not to lay your boundary down so that you will be confused by the fact that they're going to tell you you're being irrational. Okay? When you've already thought this out pretty well, it looks like. So they're going to come in with irrationality. They're going to say you're being irrational, you're being emotional, and in which case that you can allow them to have their little party over there with that and simply keep stepping. They're slinging shit, right? Try to get you distracted. Let's see what they're thinking. Your partner is thinking that they're holding on to something and preventing their new beginning. They're kind of viewing you as the other woman, even though, or other man, whichever way it works, even though this person's not in the picture anymore. They're deep in thought, okay? They're deep in thought about knowing that they need to move forward. They don't want to be single. The secret is they don't really want to be single. But they don't want to move forward either. So there needs to be a lot of communication. Libra, you've communicated to your partner. Look, I want commitment. If you're not going to give me commitment, I understand that you can or you don't feel like you should right now, and that's fine, but I've got to move on. Let's see what their intention is. Communication about moving forward. Of course, reconciliation and transformation. So their intention at the end of the day, they may throw their little fit over there, and they may have some smoke screens and some shit to sling about how you're crazy. But here's the deal. You stand your ground and you do what you need to do, regardless of whatever decision it is they make. They are going to move your direction. They are going to move forward with you in this commitment. However, it only sometimes happens to people when they are faced with a deadline or a boundary. Trying to make the best out of a situation and put down the confusion in order to achieve the Empress status. So commitment, respect, value, right? So let's see what they have to say to you. Excuse me. Gushing out. They're going to be gushing out how they feel. No one ever loved me again the way you did. I never appreciated you until you were gone. What'd I just get through saying? We were too different. That's why I'm with someone similar to me. Well, for some of you, that may be the case. I don't see that here, but, you know, maybe that's what they're saying. And you're like, that's fine. Here's my boundary. I feel like I don't know who I am anymore, which is true because they're probably undergoing some sort of an enlightenment, right? And a lot of people are going through that during this phase where things are kind of, upside down and jumbled up. So just be prepared for something like that to be happening with your partner. Let's see what their next move may be. They're going to come to the conclusion you want them to. The only thing is, you have to be prepared to walk away from this situation, unfortunately, before they do. So they wanted to enjoy their life and have you in it when they wanted you in it. They're learning how to look past themselves, though, which is really good. Learning to take responsibility. They've had that breakthrough, and now they're thankful. They're looking at this as a lesson learned, okay? Divine partnership, they recognize that. So now they're going to be going into a planning stage with you. So what is their next move? Their next move is to understand how their behavior has affected the relationship, okay? In a general term. They're going to recognize this connection with you, and they're going to start wanting to go forward and make plans for commitment, to make plans for wedding, to make plans for moving in together, whatever it is you're doing. So they're going to have a 360, right? Which is a good thing. Let's see how they feel about you in the bedroom. Okay, yeah. Basically, they wanted control, but they wanted to... I think they were doing the bare minimum, right? Transformation of the situation, a lot of passion, a lot of sexual Scorpio energy here. So, lovemaking with this person may be all-consuming. That's the kind of lovemaking they desire from their partner. They want more action and less talk. Let's just put it that way with creepy grandma up here. Nothing's currently happening in the bedroom because you're at odds with one another, right? Somebody's not getting the intimacy that they need in this situation. So basically, it takes courage to understand and nurture a commitment, okay? Someone is desiring nurturing in the lovemaking or in the relationship. And someone has obsessive qualities. So some of you could be dealing with the Scorpio here as far as sexual obsession happening, okay? So it needs to be taken from just the physical carnal stage to intimacy and getting to know one another and trust stage, right? Carnality is great, but you gotta have a good mixture of both, I think. Release the past. This is for your partner. Relax, unwind, release fear, okay? Because if you have a fear to give a person an ultimatum to maintain your self-respect, then you've already lost, okay? You have to be able to stand firm on that and say, you know what, this is about my self-respect, and be willing to do what it is you're threatening to do, right? So be in a place of knowing that no matter what happens, you're still going to be good. Mirroring behaviors. This is for twins. You know, there's some reflection here. You may be seeing a lot of synchronicities, 5s, 11s, things like that. You're both mirroring each other's behavior. This is about divine timing and awakening happening for your partner, twin flames, coming in with an offer. Okay, you've already been through your separation. You'll be going through your separation, but understand this is all going to work to the good, the highest good of both parties. And it looks like they're going to be coming in with the offer that you desire. So let's see what a final outcome is. Yeah, somebody's going to be let go of the idea of there may be some passive-aggressive energy in this situation in which when somebody doesn't get their way, they just stop talking and communicating, right? That's going to be going away. Somebody realizes their responsibility and is going to be putting in the work for this situation to move forward. So you're going to be celebrating and moving forward and laying down burdens. You're going to be coming together. Somebody's going to realize the error of their ways with this deception card here. And you're going to be moving together. Beautiful. Nurturing is going to happen. The offer of love is going to happen. We have a knight and a queen. So some of you may be dealing with a partner who's a little younger than you are. You're going to be blocking out the idea of busting up this relationship because somebody's going to come in with an apology and step up to the plate. Somebody's freeing themselves of their preconceived notions or their lack of wanting to let go of something else. Oh, yeehaw. Like attracts like. So this is two of you coming together, okay? Two souls. Could be speaking about twin flame energy, right? If you're longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. Well, you know, that could be defined in a lot of different ways, okay? Because being loving, okay, doesn't mean giving in to someone when they are not showing you respect, okay? Or they're not taking the commitment seriously. Being more loving could mean laying down a boundary and saying, you know what, I love you, and you know what, wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. But, you know, I don't feel like you're really in this thing, so I think I'm going to have to find my own path. Doesn't mean you don't love that person, but you're doing what's best for you. You know, and some people, you know, they got to reach up from very far down to get to that place, right? But you can show acts of love without being a doormat. And you can care about somebody without being a doormat. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to kowtow and bend to their will to show them you love them. That's showing submission, not love. And we as divine beings, we don't have to submit to someone else's toxic idea of love in life, right? Not when we're awakened. You know, once when you've become awakened to those patterns, you can't go back to sleep, you know? I am unapologetic. Absolutely. I am unapologetic about what I desire. And I trust that what I focus on will grow. So if I'm going to focus on a new life that's about me being healthy and happy, that's going to grow, right? Because it starts from in here. If I focus on a toxic relationship when somebody's not taking responsibility for their actions and I'm always the loser, then that will grow. What I focus on will grow. And I'm going to be unapologetic about what I deserve in life. 100%. All right, Libra, so you're going to have to put down an ultimatum, okay? But don't worry, they're going to be right back. So I'll see you guys later. Maybe. See you guys later.